Have you ever wondered how to get good audio in a studio setting? Well, today we're going to be comparing a few different microphones to answer that question. There's a few different things that could take a video from good to great. Audio is one of those elements to pay close attention to. It can make or break your video. Put yourself in the viewer's shoes and think back on some of the videos that you've watched in your past. Viewers are more likely to click away from a video that has really great visuals but horrible audio, and vice versa. A video could retain more of that viewer's attention by having really good audio even if the visuals are lacking. With that being said, let's compare some microphones. First up is the built-in microphone that most of our cameras have. It does a decent job at picking up my voice, but it also picks up all of the ambient noise around me. So you might hear the sound of traffic in the background, you might hear the AC running, or construction noise from outside. This is our starting point, so let's go ahead and level it up from here. One of the most budget-friendly options is probably a pair of headphones. Now, it's probably not as practical if you're shooting professional content or client work, but if you need a voiceover in a pinch, this can get the job done. Because the microphone is closer to my mouth and not as far away, we're able to get better audio quality. One thing to note is that you don't want it to be too close to your face because you might hear breathing, and most likely that's not what your viewer wants to experience unless you're doing some type of ASMR. And you don't want it to be too far away because it will start to pick up more of that room noise and the audio quality will go down. The next microphone that we're going to be talking about is this shotgun mic. This is a very common setup that you might see a lot of vloggers use. The reason it's so popular is because it does a really good job at picking up the audio that's in front of it. A common mistake that we see is when the camera gets turned around to show something off, the microphone is also turned around and you're not able to hear whoever's talking as clearly. And this is what it sounds like when it's pointed away from me. Although it does a pretty good job at picking up my voice, it can also pick up the room noise around me. So again, if you have the AC running in the background, if you have the hum of a refrigerator, most likely you're going to be able to pick that up with this mic also. Next up is this wireless lavalier mic. It's the microphone that I'm using right now and the main microphone used in this video. Something that I love about it is it's compact and very portable. You could easily hide this on somebody's clothing or under a shirt and still get pretty good audio. As you might be able to tell, it does a really good job at picking up my voice because it's so close to my mouth. The make and model of the one that I'm using right now is the Rode Wireless Go 2. And something that I love about it is that it has internal recording. So if there is any type of radio interference between the transmitter that I'm wearing right now and the receiver that's on the camera, because the transmitter is recording internally, I can always go back in and pull out that clean audio if I need to. It's not very common that I experience any type of interference. Something I've noticed with wireless lav mics in the past is that if you're shooting in some type of conference setting, or if the transmitter and the receiver are not in the same room, you're more likely to experience some type of interference. And last but not least, we have a podcast microphone. This make and model is the Shure SM7B. It's a very common microphone that a lot of big podcasters use. And maybe after hearing what this microphone can do, you can understand why. Because the microphone is so close to my mouth, again, it's not really picking up any of that background noise. It's focused directly on my voice. You can't really hear any of the traffic noise from outside or any of the other ambient noise in the room. It's obviously not as discreet as something like the wireless lav, but you can get really great results. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, so that's something to keep in mind. But if you don't mind the cost, or if you don't mind the aesthetic of the microphone being in the shot, then this might be the mic for you. And there you have it, a quick little audio comparison for you. We'd love to hear which microphone you thought sounded the best and which one you're going to be using for your next project. If you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks again for watching.